那现在呢，我们时间快要到了，刚刚到了。那如果你们有什么有些地方不清楚的地方可以问的话，也可以问。那我们互相可以交换，也可以互相可以学习，是不是？那没有的话，我们做一个简单的回向，就这样子的。
So Rinpoche said that now he has spoken quite sometimes and the time is running out also. So we say that if anyone of you have any question, please by all means just ask. Then Rinpoche said that we can exchange ideas, and then we can learn from each other's. Please, if you have any question, just ask. If there is no question, then we will follow by dedication.
刚刚因为是讲到就是分发的这个过程嘛，那我们从小学一直上到很高的学校，那老师都教我们去进行非常逻辑的思维事情，一件事情出来了就要想到下一个、第三个、第四个。那现在师父在讲，一定见到花，我们现在止住这个花，而不去想它的色、声、香。进行一切的事情，当我们的心现在已经有这种很强的惯例，就是见到什么东西就把烦恼的下面的话，就是我想请问仁波切，怎么样就是把我们已经这个教育过程的这种形成的心性我们也知道下面是空性的，理论上都走，就是在实际当中我们又去跟着我们的烦恼走，所以请师父们开示一下，就怎样把我们这个惯例再拉回来，这是我的问题。谢谢师父。
So there is this question put forward by one of the disciples here that just now Rinpoche mentioned about we look at the flowers, and then we understand it is a manifestation of the mind. So he said that for us, we are trained in the normal way is when we go to primary school, high school, and university, we used to have logical thinkings. When we look at one thing, we will have another thought come out, try to analyze it, logical thinkings. So when we look at the flower, of course we will have the thought of this flower is beautiful, the smell is nice, and all these things. So likewise, we have all these thoughts that create a lot of worries for us, fear, hope, and so forth. How are we going to break this habit and understand? We all understand what is emptiness, but because of our habit, our habitual tendencies, his question comes to that: how do we break this habit and really, really understand that a lot of the manifestation of the pure mind?
这个问题是我的看法的话，可能是有严重的含义在。一个是什么呢？就是这个时间的学问，时间的法；一个是超越时间的法，是不是？所以呢，就是萨摩定王子里面讲的，他讲的什么呢？就是我们的这个五根。六识，这些都是不是真实，所以如果这些都是真正的是一个真理的话，那就是这个圣人的这个道是没有比较的，是这样的。所以一个是从时间上，这个很多都是现实的这个有实有的这样一个存在的，它有这样一个分析值，是不是？但是一个是从它的本质上、空性上去理解到。所以一个呢，加深你的智慧，一个是消除你的自主，就这两个方面。
如今还是抓不到。你说五根六识不真知，如果是真知，圣人
对对对，
圣人怎么不必呢？
圣人的这种觉受没有必要的吧？他是这么说，他是比方说我们这个凡夫人的这种实在的这样一个执着嘛，是不是？这不是真实的，是不是？所以这个圣人们呢，他就了悟空性嘛，是不是？不是真实的。所以如果这个世间上的这些东西，如果真是这样，它是一个真理的话，那就是圣人们的这种智慧那是假的嘛，是不是？所以这两种有两种嘛，是不是？一个是假的，一个是真的嘛，是不是？
So Rinpoche said that on this question he have his own views that actually we see that in the worldly sense there is the world, a lot of knowledges, and there is another aspect is beyond this worldly sense there is also the true dharmas exist as well. So in one sutra it mentions that actually from our various senses, our eyes, our nose, our mouth and all these things, and whatever our perception from this, when we feel the sound, the taste and so forth, actually it is illusory, it is not true. And a lot of common people who do not understand this will attach and go for it. But for those who have high realization, accomplished master, he will zero down and see that it is actually the true nature is actually emptiness. So if whatever exists in this world is really true, then whatever realization of the accomplished master actually will not have that kind of achievements. So from the gist of it, the understandings, it will sort of 我就说从本质上的理解会加深制作。
对对，他比方说现在一切都是有的这样一个角度去，那比方说分析的话，那就是加深你的这个有的执着嘛，是不是？这个加深了嘛，是不是？如果这都是破掉了，是不是？这样这个有些空性的角度去这个理解到的时候，那就是消除你的这个执着，是不是？这个是两个执着嘛，是不是？一个是无执着的，一个是无执着的，所以这个是有这样一个比喻来说的。那比方说，这是一个经文的这么讲。那比方说，一个人做梦，是不是？做梦，是不是？做梦的时候呢，那个做梦的人是他在梦境里面所看到的，所这个体会到的一切都是他这个做梦的那个人来说起来的话，他是一个真实嘛，是不是？真实。但是一个人他心中的一个修行人，他知道他做梦，是不是？他知道他做梦的时候呢，在他的境界里说起来的话，梦是虚幻的，没有了，是这样一个道理。所以我们凡夫人呢，这一切都是实实在在的，是不是？这是我们凡夫人的一个心态嘛，是不是？但是圣人们看的时候，不一定它是一个实实存在的，是这样一个意思。
So to make it more clear, Rinpoche give an example that when a person have a dreams, the person who are in the dreams will feel that everything in the dreams is real. And when he wake up, he will realize that actually it's a dreams. But actually we are always feeling that a lot of things are real, but actually in actual fact, whatever appears is illusory, is like dream. So for someone who is accomplished and who is an enlightened master, he will know that whatever, because of his practice and high level of understanding, he will know that whatever appears is illusory, it's just a dream. So, from this aspect, we will know that the common people, the attitude of all this is actually they do not see the true, the person who have accomplishment. They don't see it like what ordinary nature see, whereby living in the dream, they think that everything is real. But for the accomplished masters, everything that exists is actually like a dream, is illusory.
请仁波切说是一下。刚刚仁波切讲到这个修心的重要性啊，请仁波切说是一个，如果对初学者修心的这个方面呢，有一些什么好的建议指引？第二就是是不是它有几个层次可以去遵循去
there's this question that this gentleman put forward is that to those who are beginners in the practice of this mindfulness type of meditations, can Rinpoche give any suggestion of how they should start off as beginners? Secondly, this practice, is there various stages that one follows in order to practice well?
这个修心当然有它的阶段，还有它的这个昨天真的大家把他自己的修心的体会里面所说到的一样，是首先我们要认识这个人生人的人生无感这样这个共同的夹心这些修心以后呢，它首先要产生一个出离心，出离心以后，然后呢，我们就这个皈依三宝，然后依照上师，然后呢就是这个我们受为解脱戒，然后受解脱戒以后呢，那就是我们有这种大慈大悲的这个慈悲性的这个做这个大乘的路成佛的这样一个路，所以呢，在这个过程当中呢，然后呢就是这个修金刚乘的话，接受这个观念，然后这一切呢，就是在修的过程当中，首先修这个止，然后去观，然后整个双运的这样一个境界，不断的去提高，这样的一个层次是肯定的，是这样的一个道理。
So Rinpoche said that yes, for beginners, and there are also various stages or various methods that we will have to follow. So all this actually is expounded by Rinpoche on the Milarepa teaching yesterday, whereby he reported to Mapa as to his realization on the aspect of practice. So Rinpoche repeated, first of all, we have to understand the four common one rule, that is, we understand that we have a precious human body, a lot of phenomena are impermanence. We have to understand that the samsaric world is sufferings, and the cause and effects, and the law of karma. So by contemplate on this aspect, after that we will have the renunciations on the worldly things. And with this understanding, like what I have been saying yesterday, that we took refuge to retreat Prashishua, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, then we must take refuge to an authentic Vajra masters, and we take the vow and precepts according to what we need, and we will arise with the loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and we practice the Mahayana ways of practice, that is bodhicitta. Everything we practice is for the sake of all sentient beings, hoping that they will liberate from suffering and get enlightened. And in this process, if we are practicing Vajrayana Buddhism, then we have to take the empowerment, the four empowerments. After that, we do meditations on Shamatha and Vipassana, that is the Shine Lantones, and join these together and continue with the practice. and from there we will improve tremendously.
When there are so few people who are awakened or can see reality as it is, and most of us create great mistakes and harm each other, and there's such great disasters in the world, so much harm and suffering. How can you not be sad and upset about this all the time?
How can we
Not be sad and upset about the suffering in the world all the time?
So your question is that how can we find a way not to feel sad about all these things? Rinpoche 他在这位佛友有一个问题，就是说，在这个世界上是很少人能够了解Rinpoche所讲的这一点这方面的佛法。很多时候我们本身凡夫身呢，都会做错很多事情，造业，然后去伤害到其他人。像我们看到，因为众生都是不明白也无明，所以在这个世界上就很多痛苦。他的问题就是说，我们看到这些人家的痛苦，这些做错的事情，这种种，我们当然会伤心。这样有什么办法我们能够说超越这个伤心呢？可以使到自己不伤心，关于看到这些种种的苦难，
自己不伤心
这样怎么样可以使自己不会痛心？看到这方面，
其实这个我们这个，我觉得这个痛心是，他有这个，我觉得是这个看到这些，然后呢，我们这个心里能够痛心的话，那就是等于我们能够升起这个慈悲的心。所以呢，这种痛心呢，更加转化为什么呢？这个修行人的动力。如何这个转化这个动力呢？它同时我们也是看到，那这些众生为什么要遭受这些痛苦的原因是什么呢？它就这个无明，所以造业。所以我们自己也是无明的话，那就是我们也是同样是不是？所以呢，我们自己应该要这个了解我们心的本性，我们能够这个自己从这个无明当中这个觉悟过来，而且呢，就是能够更大的这个发起慈悲心的利益更多的众生，这是一个我们菩提心的动机这个产生上，我觉得是很有帮助的。
So Rinpoche answer is like this. That, actually, when we feel the pain, when we look at those people who make mistakes and sufferings, we feel sad about this. And actually, when we have this kind of feeling, is equal to arising. You have tried to arise your loving kindness and compassion, and with this kind of energy force, you can transform it into an energy whereby you have a greater strength to focus on your practice. You know that why in Buddhism, you know that why the sentient being through the ignorance they make a lot of mistakes and they create a lot of bad karma and have sufferings. And because of all this ignorance, that have resulted in all this. Likewise, it can happen to us if we do not know the Buddha Dhammas. So we should even make greater effort to understand our true nature of the mind. And by understanding this, we can eliminate our ignorance, we can have realization and be happy. So once we understand this, we will have even greater strength to create loving kindness and compassion to help others, and through this effort we will be more happy.
Thank you, Rinpoche, for your presence and the wonderful teachings that you've been giving. Could you say something about Milarepa's retreat places, and could you something about Lapchi, what Lapchi is like?
我觉得他的问题是他谢谢仁波切给我们这样珍贵的教法，他非常感恩。他是想问，就是说，希望仁波切能够讲解一下关于这个米拉热巴闭关中心和拉基闭关中心的一些事情。
他说这个有什么关系吗
？Your question is it that you want Rinpoche to say the relationship between this place and Lapchi retreat, or what aspect of the things you want him to talk about the retreat place in Lapchi?
It was just a general question about if Rinpoche could say something about the places that Milarepa went into retreat, and Rinpoche was in retreat in Lapchi for quite some time. If he could say something about the place, or I don't really know much about Lapchi, and I'm just interested to hear what it's like and its importance as its place and the connection with Milarepa.
所以说是一个问题，就是仁波切可以，因为仁波切曾经在拉基那边闭关，想知道关于那个闭关的一些大概，然后这边有一个闭关中心，是否这边和那边也可以，仁波切也可以有一个启示这方面会起有什么作用，让他们来这个闭关，就是任何关于这两方面的，仁波切都可以讲。他说什么他都不懂，他想知道多一点，对这个多一点认识。
这个昨天我们这个念这个尊者的这个传承，这些七行里面我们也体验过，所以呢，就是以前尊者米拉热巴他自己修行的地方呢。他说，在这个任何一个修行的地方，如果在那个地方受练人这个修行的话，他就这个不会有很多的干扰，而且能够得到程度比较快。所以呢，他有很大的这种发愿加持，或者有这样一个意思在。所以呢，就是这个地方也是法王在各种的因缘情况下呢。那就是找到了这么一个地，而且想在这里建一个热巴的闭关中心，所以这一切都是，我觉得也肯定不是偶然的一个事情，它是一个很多的各种的因缘成熟的，所以呢，就是这个尊者米拉热巴他自己也是段里面讲到过，那听到他的名号。就能够70度到3恶趣的有这样一些功德，所以我们既然有这样一个米拉热巴闭关中心的这样一个名号下，那就是我们自己虔诚的这个修行的话，肯定尊者米拉热巴的加持是在时时刻刻都能够可以体会得到，都能够出现的，所以尊者米拉热巴还有在他的这个段里面讲过，任何一个人后来呢，就是这个想到尊者米拉热巴祈请他的话，任何一个祈请的这个众生面前，他在你的这前面。如果有这样的说的时候，我们今天我们在这里学习道德的时候，我也说，首先我们祈请尊者米拉热巴， 所以这个他自己已经在这个书上讲过，那就是任何一个人祈祷他的话，能够他的这个得到他的加持是有的。所以呢，这里我们也有这个，同样我们自己有这样信心的话，肯定这个得到这个真正的加持。
So Rinpoche answered that yesterday we did the supplication prayers to Milarepa and all his disciples and the so-called lineage master, asking for the blessings and spread of the actual practicing lineage. He mentioned that last time Milarepa did mention on those holy places that cave that he have practiced. If now any disciple or any people who have faith in him and were to go to those holy places or cave to practice, he have made vow and wishes that he will definitely bless the person that they will have an effective practice. So now we have this place, the Milarepa Retreat Center in Auckland, New Zealand. And this place, as we know, we just say that our Tukong Tiangong Chasang Rinpoche have bottom of this place, purchase it and build these retreat centers. It is not a sudden coincidence. It might have a lot of various factors, a lot of reasonings, and the factors are all mature, and that's why these Milarepa centers was completed, constructed, and now open ceremony. Therefore, if we understand what Milarepa have said in his biography, whoever heard about his name, Milarepa, they will not go down to the three lower realms, that is the animal realms, the hungry ghost realm, or the hell. So, since we have got the Milarepa centers where the name Milarepa exists, if we have devotion and faith to what Milarepa have said, and we practice well, we try our practice, definitely Rinpoche said that we will receive the blessing from Milarepa. And Milarepa have said that if you practice well, you have devotion to me, I will appear before you as well. And also in the biography, he said that any persons who be mindful of Milarepa, think of Milarepa, and supplicate to him, if they have difficulty, he will definitely appear, help, and bless you. Therefore, when we are learning the Vajan, Milarepa Vaja songs, the teaching as what we have today, and if we understand what he have just said, we should realize that we are also receiving the blessing from him. And this is also very more effective if we have full confidence and devotion to what he has said.
我的那个在拉齐山上写的这个法王的一个祈请文，上次他们已经翻印出来的嘛，前年执行，这个里面我在拉齐的一些自己的地方机会都写在那个上面，让他自己看那个就行了。
那个含泪的，
对，祈请文。
So,
这个他们已经印过来了，有啊，他看一下就知道。
Rinpoche said that when he was in Lapchi, in his practice, he did write supplication prayers of holiness, the holiness that is the tier of devotion which we have recited quite a lot. Rinpoche said that maybe you can get a copy and read it. It will be very beneficial to you.